Cuz, what did the grape say when it got stepped on? Nothing. It just let out a little whine.
So stupid, bro. The soft croissants.
Yep.
Forgive me. There's multiple different brands of them. One of them is called 7 Days.
7-Eleven.
7 Days. And they're, versus yours, which is the Fiesta Classica. But the Fiesta Classic is the one with the chocolate.
They're right. It's classical.
Classical is the one with the chocolate.
Yes. Well, it's
where I come from. What I remember.
Yeah.
It's called Brashina. I grew up calling them Brashina.
I've heard that too.
So I wonder if that's the actual name of what they are.
It's probably the actual name of it, but the brand itself is actually probably just called.
Right. I've had those when I was younger. It used to be the thing that was in the pantry when I was younger, for sure. Good. But the difference between mine and yours is mine's still in the pantry.
Oh. Okay.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Stab.
I have nothing against what yours is. I remember it. Look, I haven't had it in. Couldn't even tell you. It's got to be 20 plus years.
Gonna order them next week, and we're gonna eat them on camera.
I don't know if I'm interested. To be honest,
you'll be interested.
See, to me, when I think of that Brashina,
yeah,
the one with the chocolate specifically is the one I'm talking about, because that's the one I used to eat.
Okay, that's not the classic. That's not the classic one.
No, the classic. That is the classical one. Then there's the other one, which was like a cake looking with vanilla.
No. The classic.
Go ahead, educate me, bro.
The classic one is it's like the orange filled.
Orange.
Yeah. I don't even know if we're talking about the same thing now anymore. It's like a spongy little bar with like orange filling and a liquor inside, like an orangey zesty liquor with chocolate around it. But it's not this. They do make one with chocolate filling instead of the orange.
Okay, so there's multiple different flavors. There's different flavors.
The classic is the orange.
The one I used to have was the red wrapper, red and white wrapper.
Yeah. No, they have the same wrappers.
Right. Oh, they all do. Yeah. Okay. And it was just a chocolate. It used to come in that paper, right? And that covered it.
Folded paper, right?
Which was just dumb.
It was protected.
I know why it came with it, and that's something we'll get into.
Okay.
But
interesting.
That came in the paper, and it used to be covered with chocolate.
Yeah.
It used to have a design on top.
Sometimes it would rip the chocolate off.
Did you?
You were peeling it.
Nah, I never did that, bro. Never.
I was ready to eat that thing, dude. You can hold me back.
Yeah, so how come, what made you, because when we were talking about picking these two items, what made you come up to that one?
It's simple. It really is. And it's something that I feel like you always talk about. You always bring this back in your arguments. This one really does bring me back to my childhood. When I, have one, I get giddy, bro. I'm like, no way you got one right now. You got a Fiesta right now in the kitchen? Like, it takes me back to 2005 when I went to Sicily for the first time. And for some reason, my grandmother there, my nonna, had just plenty of them in the house. And it just takes me back to me and my dad sitting on the balcony, kicking a soccer ball back and forth on this little balcony in Sicily, Palermo, and we're just knocking these things back, dude. And I don't know, every time I smell it, it has a distinct smell. And there's nothing really else like it that can kind of replicate it, to a sense, like that exact taste, in my opinion at least.
Yeah.
It just brings me back to my childhood.
No, I get it.
It reminds me of my father. It's just, it's just wrapped in memories,
I get the memory part. I can get that now.
And you can't get, they're really hard to find here.
But that's
so when you get your hands on one, it's like, oh no shit, you have one in your house,
Maybe the reason why I would pick the soft croissants over that is because I can't get my hands on that Fiesta. So I'm gonna give you that. I'll give you that. But I think one point in one of your last arguments was if it was accessible, it would be everywhere. Everyone would have it.
You're right. Yeah.
With my product, which is a soft croissant, there's multiple different brands. I believe there's 5 or 6 different brands of them.
Right.
Filled with different stuff. Different people are making it. I'm not even going to get into the revenue of
I mean, it's got to be
Where's me?
crazy hard to take a croissant, shove some chocolate. I mean,
Bro,
I don't even know how they do it.
It's a craftsman.
It is.
You have to be a craftsman.
I mean, you got to be a 5-star chef.
Yeah, and
to be able to pull that off.
It takes skill.
Let's see Gordon Ramsay do that. I don't think he can.
What, one of your Fiesta bars?
No, I don't think he can make one of your croissants. I don't think he can do it.
I'm definitely going to go with the Fiesta cakes. Absolutely. Number one, they remind me of my childhood. Number two, they're delicious. Number three, they're hard to find. And number four, you could get croissants with chocolate anyway. Even Starbucks has them. So definitely the cakes, as my mother would call them, imoltini.
The Fiesta cakes, now those we call broschine, and that's like a typical breakfast a child would eat like on his way to school. The other one is like a croissant, fluffy bread with like a creamy chocolate or a vanilla filling in the center. So as you can tell, that's my favorite. I'm team croissant, not team broschine.
Listen, I'm just saying,
you know,
yes, yours takes me back to the childhood.
Yeah.
I remember distinctly having some as a kid. Until you brought it up, didn't even think of that thing. I swear to God, it wasn't even a thought in my mind when I had to pick one of them.
When I see a Fiesta drive by.
A Fiesta car?
Yeah. My mouth starts drooling because I'm like, I start thinking of that thing and I go, boom, I'm 2005 again
but
in Sicily.
My soft croissants, though,
Yeah.
they're everywhere.
Yeah, they are.
We can go and get one right now.
What was the brand you brought up first?
7 Days is one
7
of them,
Days.
which is not the one I like.
I've seen these things in a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so?
I mean,
they sell them everywhere.
So I just want to bring this up here, right? Because I feel like this is a good point to start at. Is getting them. Because they are really hard to get.
Yeah.
I found one company on Amazon that sells them by the shipment. And that's the only way I know, at least down here in Florida. I don't know if it's maybe a little more accessible in New York, where you're from.
It's not.
I know in Italy.
It's not. No, you're right. It is
in
hard
Italy,
to get,
it's like a common, like how we find Snicker bars in the 7-Eleven. It's that common over there.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think it's not?
I think
in the
certain
US?
countries just have like their go-tos, like we do. I don't think you'll find our candy bars.
Wait a minute. But back in the day, it was. I believe. I mean, our family didn't get them because everybody was bringing it back from.
Back in the day are we going? Yeah.
Early 90s, 2000s.
Oh, okay.
You know, everybody had them. I feel like every Italian family, every house I went to had them.
Again, you're in New York though, so it might be more accessible.
No, Rome
and New York have a very.
But bro, growing up in New York, you can't find those anywhere now, even in New York. So I'm sure it was just as accessible here at that point in time.
Dropped off.
Dropped off. You know why it dropped off?
Because people got no class.
Nobody eats in here, bro.
No one's got no class.
Nobody's eating those things. You know what the worst part about?
The world has gone soft. They don't want nothing with liquor in it. It is what it is. I had so much liquor as a child because
I'm not a liquor in a bar or any kind of food edible thing kind of person. I don't like that. I don't like when my alcohol mixes with any other food or anything edible. That's just not me. But your broschina without the liquor part in it, like just the ones that have the chocolate in it. I think some of them with cream or vanilla. I don't know which one it was.
Sure.
The worst part about eating one of those, to me, you have that protective paper that's covering.
It's like almost like a plastic.
All four sides. You gotta unwrap it, take it out,
right.
Unwrap that,
right.
Take the bar and eat it.
Right.
And the worst part about it is this chocolate all over your hands.
I believe that plastic
I hated that part.
It's for you to hold while you're eating,
how
so you don't get it on
that?
you.
But how dumb is that?
Think of how genius that is.
Bro, I understand what you're saying.
You know
I get what you're saying. The convenience, you just pull it out, still hold the paper, and eat it.
It's like street food. Oh my God. You hold the paper.
Bro, first of all, do you remember as a kid, you would just cringe just accidentally biting the paper?
You know, I wasn't an idiot. I felt like I didn't bite the paper. I gotta be honest with you.
Biting the paper was the worst. Bro, here's what I think of when I think of. I just have a thing with paper.
Okay.
I don't like paper plates.
Okay, but that seems like a you problem.
It is a me problem. I don't like paper cups. Like if there's paper cups going on the table because there's a large gathering, so we just got paper cups.
Paper cups?
Whatever the hell it is, right? Those cups.
We're talking about the only paper cup I know is the one you get the water thing that's in a triangle.
No, not the cones. Not the cones.
That's what I'm.
No, they have like it's a hard exterior, feels like paper, right?
Okay.
Or even paper plates. Go back to the
paper plates. Okay? I know. Yeah.
I can't eat off of it. I won't eat off of it. It's a thing. My wife knows.
So you go either styrofoam or
so glass? If there's a house full of people and everybody has paper plates, I have the.
You got fine china.
I got my fine china out. Bro. I can't eat it. I won't eat it.
Okay.
Paper straws. Oh my God, it just bro.
I will.
Imagine
I'm on
just
this
biting.
page with you.
Imagine biting into toilet paper.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's sucking on a paper straw.
Cringe, I guess.
And if you don't finish your drink within 30 seconds,
right? So now the
there.
thought of having the paper, it started, bro. My bad.
I don't remember it being this papery.
Wait a minute. The thought. What? The bruschetta?
Yeah, the wrapping around. I don't remember it being like paper.
It was a thin paper,
like sub sandwich paper that they wrap it.
No, not that kind of paper. It was more like a dish paper, just wrapped around neatly, made for that bruschetta. Bro, my bad issues that I'm dealing with, that I need to go therapy for, started with the bruschetta. Is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, I didn't have this problem until I started eating bruschetta. I don't like that paper.
Look, you're very funny. I'll give you that. You're hitting the lines, but I gotta be honest with you. You're so full of shit.
Bro, I'm telling you, therapy because of the bruschetta. Now, the taste of it was great. Loved it.
Yeah.
But I had to take it out of the paper. I had to take it out of the paper and eat it. And then by the time you know it, my hands are full of chocolate.
It was pretty hard to get anything dirty in those houses. Everything was wrapped.
Yeah.
What am I talking about?
I had plastic covered chairs and whatever.
The couch and everything.
I got the plastic dirty. Anyway. But that was the one thing I could not stand about the bruschetta, is the wrap paper. Now, when it came to the other one, there was one that wasn't chocolate on top. I don't know if you ever had that one.
I don't
it looked like a regular pound cake.
Okay.
Still same shape.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And I think it was cream or vanilla in the middle, but it wasn't
in the bar still though.
It was in the bar. Yeah, it was same shape. And then it was just I want to say like a vanilla icing on top, with the same taste in the middle. Those were good, but again, with the paper, bro.
All right. Well, I mean, besides you,
so let me just compare.
Weird with paper plates.
No. Let me just compare. Yours has the chocolate, right? That gets all over your hands, and the paper, right? Mine, the convenience of taking it out of a bag, and you're done.
This is coming from a guy who defended Nutella last episode.
What's wrong with taking it?
About getting a mess.
Bro, you don't make a chocolate. Who's making a mess when you're eating Nutella?
Nutella, bro. Everybody.
Who? How do you eat Nutella? Explain to me how you make it out.
I take it out with
step
a spoon.
by step. Go ahead.
Okay.
First of all, that's your first problem. You don't take it out with a spoon.
No. Listen why.
Go ahead.
Listen why. In the beginning, when a fresh open jar, knife it all day. But are you off sitting down at the bottom of the jar with the tip of the knife trying to scrape up the rest of it? No, you get a spoon in there, dog. Spoon gets it right up.
I've never used a spoon.
And then you take the bread and you...
I've never done that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. I've never done that.
Try it. Change your life.
No, I'm not going to do
Change
that.
your life.
No,
spoon will change your life. And while you're doing it, eat a Fiesta.
I eat like a gentleman, bro. I don't use a spoon.
No, it's a gentleman.
No, you're using a spoon. You just said with the bread, now you're using a spoon.
I'm saving time. I gotta get to work in the morning. I can't spend 15 minutes making a Nutella sandwich because I didn't buy a new jar. We talked about the Fiestas for a minute here. I want to go to your your chocolate croissants, because I will say, as you're saying, the Fiestas are good. I think those are good too. But when we're talking about, like, I feel like in this topic we're talking about something that's a little light and day, and the Fiestas are a rarity. Brings you back to your childhood memories. That just not easy to get. I think people will agree with me on this term that there's something about it that just is like, oh man, you get excited when you see one. You know, you never turn one down. It's like turning down free money. Why would you do that? A chocolate croissant, I could literally go anywhere and get a chocolate croissant.
It's not just chocolate though.
Yeah, I know, but you're filling. It's just a filling. I mean, ever go to Dunkin' Donuts and have a jelly donut, bro? It's the same thing. You're taking a soft croissant and you're shoving it with something. And maybe there's a little drizzle, maybe a touch of powder. I don't know what you want on your thing. But all I'm saying is, all you got is you toast it for a little bit, throw it in the oven for a minute, get it nice and, you don't even eat it right. You just eat it right out of the bag like an animal.
Oh yeah, I'm an animal. But I don't know anybody who throws it in the microwave.
I went to 7-Eleven today and I saw this one. Okay. Now, it wasn't the 7 one you're talking about.
Yeah, there's multiple different brands.
It was like a cheap brand. It kind of looked actually like a Mexican brand.
Mm-hmm.
And it just made me think of like, wow, how shitty your choices. Because it's like, man, if you can get it here in a 7-Eleven, you could get it anywhere.
Can I answer that point? Okay.
Yeah, please.
Here's one point to that, okay? You can get ice cream anywhere. You can get ice cream at 7-Eleven. So are you trying to tell me because I can get ice cream? So your problem is 7-Eleven. It's not what they're selling in it.
First of all,
they sell Doritos.
I love 7-Eleven.
Let me finish.
I love 7-Eleven.
They sell Doritos in 7-Eleven. You got what? Doritos are garbage because they sell them at 7-Eleven. Ugh.
This is not the point I'm making.
That's exactly the
No,
point
it's
you
not.
just made.
No, it's not.
No, you
Because
said how
you're-
could it be
no.
that they sell them in a 7-Eleven?
We're comparing. They don't sell gelatos at 7-Eleven. Because there's a
They
difference.
sell ice cream at
But
7-Eleven.
there's a difference. The
What
ice
is it
cream
that-
debate had me saying ice cream is very diversified and you could get it anywhere.
Okay,
That was the benefit.
That is exactly my
of
point to
ice
the
cream
croissant, bro.
Versus the gelato. I'm just switching the tables. Saying a Fiesta is not something that you can just go grab at a 7-Eleven.
But if you
Those
could,
things are.
wait. But I'm gonna just go back to your point,
We're
and I don't
talking
want you
about
to
two ingredients
don't
here.
skip over your point. Your point, you said
Let's
we
skip
can
it.
rewind it, bro.
I'm sitting on my point.
You said that how could it be that you find it at a 7-Eleven? Okay, so if you could find your Fiesta bar at a 7-Eleven,
Yeah.
you would say it's shitty because it's in a
I
7-Eleven.
would never bring up this point.
Because it's not at a 7-Eleven.
Right.
But if it was, you would say it's
Well,
shitty.
you're trying to, this isn't an alternate ending. This is the Fiestas I can only find on Amazon.
Okay.
I think I found one once at a Doris.
That's possible. It's an
And-
Italian market.
And
You could have it there.
but there's no Dorises around. So it's like if I gotta go there, I might have luck with like a Western Beef, a Doris, a Joseph's Italian Market. But even then, it's not like an everyday
Bro,
thing.
you know why they don't have it everywhere?
know?
I
Because
digged
they're
into
so
this
damn
problem.
good.
I digged into it.
Why?
Because it's not that good.
So you're saying something made by the brand Ferrero is not a good thing. Because you were over here defending Ferrero like he was your father last week.
Well, to be
And
honest,
now-
I didn't know you were going to bring that up. So,
You know, you were defending this guy last week like he was your dad.
I
I
was.
don't understand
He-
at this point now that you're
he
going to say that he
made-
didn't make a good brand with
he
this.
made good stuff. Okay, but obviously he kept around the things that work.
This guy made the mints.
And Tic Tacs are working right now. People are
You know?
using them. But the problem was people needed too much Tic Tacs every time they had one of those Classicos
Oh my
because
God.
it wasn't.
You
bro,
do got no
when
way
I
to go
when I
right
think
now.
of Broshina, you know what I
Yeah.
think of?
You think
I
of
think
happiness.
of I think of when you were a kid, you had it. It brings you back to your childhood.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people who are going to say the same thing
Yeah.
because it
It
is
is. It's a childhood
it,
thing.
it is an old school thing. But that's just it. It's a child thing. Okay? No grown person is eating one. No grown person's eating a Broshina.
Have you ever heard the saying, don't let the little child inside you die? We all still got that little kid in us.
Yeah, but-
Something brings it out.
Here's the thing. I grew up.
For me, it's Fiestas.
Okay, and you know what?
And you became boring, and you ate something that you could get at every corner, at Starbucks, pay $9 for it, go to Publix, you got it, go to wherever you want to go.
Listen, there's
and
plenty of
buy
things
it.
I would pick.
I mean, they might sell them on the airplanes.
What?
Peanuts, you want one of these? We got so many of them, we don't even know what to do with them.
Which one?
There's like
What are you
20
talking
people
about?
who make these. Your croissants.
Bro,
Next
first of
time I
all,
fly
they don't,
JetBlue,
they
I'm
don't
gonna
sell
get
them.
one.
They don't sell them on airplanes, and I flew JetBlue 3 times in the last month. Okay, so I know they don't sell them on JetBlue.
Alright,
but if
scary.
they did,
Even worse.
first of all airlines have the most terrible snacks you can think of.
That's why
If
it
they
wouldn't
sold
surprise
one
me.
of those croissants, they would give people a blessing. They need to be on there. And with the, you
Okay.
know what? We'll throw in your Ferrero Classica, which nobody's gonna want
Right.
because it's gonna get all over their hands.
Can you go ahead, finish?
Here's another reason why I like mine. I like the soft croissants. It's just the texture of it. I like the texture of it. It's soft.
Yeah.
You bite into whatever's inside. It's nice and like
It's fluffy.
fluffy.
Yeah.
It's gooey.
No, I know what you're talking about.
You know,
man.
these are just packaged. We're talking just packaged of soft croissants packages.
Right, right.
I don't want people to think we're going to buy fresh
Right.
croissants. We're not. Although a good
Even
point would be
could just make
croissants.
it out.
Croissants are everywhere, right? You could get a fresh croissant. This is just the second cousin removed.
Try
Nobody.
making a Fiesta at home.
You can't make it. Well, you could make it.
No.
Bro, a Fiesta is
Stop
just
it.
a small cake.
Stop it.
Bro,
No, you
that's
couldn't.
all it is.
You gotta soak it in liquor, fill it with the orange cream, chocolate it. Get the hell out of here. You got 40 minutes to make one
Yeah,
bar.
Bro, what's going on? You're
and you
growing
sell
up
it for
eating
like
these.
$1,
You're growing up eating
€1.
these Broshina with all this alcohol and liquor soaked into it. What age you start
You got a
drinking?
problem with alcohol all of a sudden?
No.
Okay,
I
I'm
think
just
we had a
saying.
little too much.
What, you part of the prohibition? Get the hell out of here.
I don't know. I like the idea that it's buttery.
Yeah.
I like whatever's inside. When
Yeah.
you bite into it, it just gushes in your mouth.
You know, that actually, it's crazy that you said that being the Fiestas is like a child's treat. Because we're talking about something that's, I feel like more on an adult level of a kid's treat. I mean, we're talking about something with liquor in it, cream filled, chocolate.
Bro, they don't
wrapped?
have liquor in it. Why are
You're
you keep
telling
saying there's
me
liquor
that
in
a
it?
kid doesn't eat
Listen,
a croissant with chocolate
I'm gonna
in
be
it?
on. I'm gonna be real honest.
You're
with you right
telling me that a Fiesta's a kid's treat and yours isn't?
Yeah.
Yours is like a 2-year-old treat. I'm at least 12. You know what I'm saying?
now. No, dude, I'm gonna be honest with you. When you told me there was liquor in it, you caught me off guard.
You didn't know that.
No, I don't think there's liquor in it.
There
but,
is. There 100% is.
And that's fine. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong,
It's
everyone's
not like
gonna let you know.
drenched. What's that Italian cake? We had it at my sister's wedding.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn it, we always forget the name of this stupid thing. It's kind of, I think a cassetta cake.
Cassetta?
It's kind of like that, where they
Bro,
soak it
I
a little
don't
bit
think
in the
so.
alcohol.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Look, you could be wrong. Maybe I
I'm
just
gonna
don't
order it
remember the
on
liquor
Amazon.
in
I'll
it.
be here
Maybe it's
tomorrow.
very light, so light I didn't even
It's not.
taste it
It's
when
not
I was
dripping liquor on your lap as you're eating it.
And see, I was gonna say the reason why I like my more is because I can just take it to go. I assume you could take yours to go too. It is in a it's in a package, but it just bro. I'm gonna go back to my other point. I'm gonna just go back to my other point. The convenience of just taking it out of a bag, bro.
Oh my god, we're talking about two same things. They're both in a wrapper.
Yeah, but come on,
They're both the same size.
Yours is messier.
No, it's
Can you
not.
agree
No, it's
that
not.
when you bite into yours, either the chocolate's coming down?
You're telling me your chocolate's not coming out?
No.
Yeah,
No.
Dude, mine's not dripping chocolate either.
No, but your crumbs
if
are
anything,
coming down.
One crumb. You're telling me that your nasty mouth chewing isn't going to drop a crumb
Why is
either?
my mouth nasty?
Bro,
Why is my mouth nasty? Let's go to that first issue that I have right now.
Points that don't make sense no more. Let's get off this. I'm going to hurt you. Get out of here. We're not in this topic, right? We're talking about chewing.
Do you know how much yours makes? Your Bruschetta makes?
I actually don't.
Well, I don't either because I couldn't find it. You know why?
I couldn't find it either.
You know why? Because they probably don't make anything.
Okay. Well, what's your 30 brands that make it?
Well, it's 5 brands, okay? It's not 30.
5, sure.
It's 5 different brands, and in total, the soft croissant package industry makes $8.9 billion a year.
Fiesta doubles it.
I guarantee you not.
I guarantee it does because it's a Ferrero brand.
You know what?
So if you want to take brands, why don't you take the whole Ferrero brand?
Why do I take the whole Ferrero brand?
Because it's part of the family.
But I'm not taking all croissants.
It's a cousin of Nutella.
Okay, croissants are a cousin of Nutella. Should I take all the croissants they make in French?
No, it's not filled with Nutella.
What?
It's not filled with anything Ferrero's made.
What isn't?
Your croissants.
I know that.
So go.
It's filled with chocolate.
Don't even disrespect.
It has more fillings than yours too, by the way. How many different brands of Fiestas are there?
Doesn't need
for the Bruschetta, like 3?
Okay, you're missing the point here. It's a one-in thing. It is what it is. There's nothing else like it. There will be nothing else like it. It is one of those things like you have Ferrari, but then you have Lamborghini, you have McLaren, you have these other brands that resemble these things.
Are you comparing a croissant right now?
No.
Or yours?
No.
Your Fiesta.
Your croissant is like those cars. You can get them anywhere. People can replicate them. Just put them in a different package. No one's replicating a Fiesta because it is so unique. It's so rare. If I went around this neighborhood, I get. What are you fucking?
There's a lizard right there.
How you doing, pal? He's listening. He's like, this guy's got a point here.
Yo, let us know.
You guys don't even live in New York, apparently.
This guy just found out there's no lizards in New York.
There's no way there's no lizards in New York.
There's no
way.
lizards. All right, go ahead.
There's no way. I won't believe it. It's like saying there's no ants. They're everywhere. All right. There's the Fiesta bar. There's nothing like it. The way it's made, the wrapping, the smell of it, the excitement you get when someone opens a pantry door and you see 3 of those things stacked up together, there's no way the moment that door's open and eyes locked on that, you don't see 3 hands going for it. There's no way. I won't share one. I don't care if you're my nonna. I won't share it with you. That's how much I love these things.
Clip it.
Dude.
He's gonna clip it.
I love you, nonna. Get your own Fiesta. It's to the point where...
No, wait. Let me just answer you real quick, and you can continue right after. You're saying there's nothing else like it, but there is. You know what it's called? It's called a fucking cake.
No, it's not.
Yes,
bro.
it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
A small.
Tell me where you get a loaf cake in the size of this in a bag that you can go and take to you to lunch. I used to take them to lunch.
I'll make a cake right now. I'll cut it into that size and I'll pour it in the bag.
You know how at the lunch table, everyone used to, I'll trade you for this.
Guarantee you, if you ever brought that to school, no one ever knew what that was.
I put that thing strapped to my chest, bro. No one was taking my Fiesta. We were throwing hands if you thought I was going to trade my shit for Pringles. You were out of your mind.
No, I agree with you. You don't trade that for Pringles.
Saying?
That's not a
you
Pringles
were out
trade.
Of your mind, bro.
That's not a Pringles trade. I got you.
You know?
I got you there.
And I'd have what is that? What is that? Because no one knew. But when they saw me smiling and then just the table slowly rising from my heart on because I was eating this delicious treat, it was over, dude.
Fiesta cakes all day. That croissant dries out the mouth. No good. Fiesta cake? What? What? Who would pick a croissant with filling? What do I look like? An inmate? Fiesta cake all day, bruh.
Of the two, I would have to go with the Fiestas because they've been my favorite since I was a kid. Italian filled croissants are just dynamite, but man, I would have to give it to the Fiesta.
I don't know when your Fiesta
1960.
Classica, 1960. Okay, mine's been around since 1800s. Okay, the croissants, but the croissants is, of course, it's been around.
Very
since
difficult.
1800s. Okay,
French would never.
You can
The
say that.
French would never.
You can say that all you
French.
want, but at the end of the day, it's been around way longer.
Sure.
At the end of the day, everyone knows what a croissant is.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everyone knows.
Yeah.
Everybody has seen them on every shelf at every store, 7-Eleven.
No arguments.
Right. So you can't say, oh, how, like, yeah, it's not, maybe it's not unique.
Yeah.
But everybody appreciates it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me ask you this.
Wait, one more thing I want to just say. You can ask me
Before I
whatever
blow
you
your
would
ass
like
out of
after,
water,
okay? I promise you, if you weren't growing up in an Italian household, no one even knows what the fuck you're talking about.
And you're right. You're 100%
Nobody.
right.
With my,
There might be other cultures.
with my, I doubt it. But look, it's 100% a European thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how many other people.
That's what I'm
might have
saying.
seen it.
Germany and France, and they might know what we're talking about here.
I can't see.
I can
Germany.
see it, dude. It's a European thing.
Whatever.
Not
But
just,
here,
you know,
to the point, everybody, it's culturally everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what that is. Everyone can know a croissant when they see it. And the fact that it's just filled with like jam, custard, chocolate, vanilla. I don't even, there's probably pistachio, if I had to take a guess. It's probably thrown in there, which is gross, by the way. I'm going to just throw that out there. Before you threw it at me.
I like pistachio, but not like that.
No, I don't like the pistachio filling. Like, why is it be so much? It's
no.
gross. Anyway.
You sprinkle it on an ice cream. That's
Bruschetta is great.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not everywhere. At the end of the day, almost nobody knows what it is. If we went in the streets today and asked people, would you rather have a bruschetta or a soft croissant with filling?
You're going to ask it like that?
Well, I'm just saying. All right,
Fiesta.
whatever. Fiesta, right?
They might answer, yeah, I'll take a free car.
All right, even if you say exactly. I love a Kia.
I'm going to let you finish.
But that's just how I feel about, if you have to compare the difference.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Camel toe and everything there. Sorry.
If you had to compare the difference, like everyone knows what a soft croissant, and I love it every single time. It tastes exactly the same. It's great.
It's good morning treat.
I'm definitely gonna go with the Fiesta cakes. We call them bruschini growing up. And the best way to eat those is cold right out of the refrigerator. That's how you do it.
I would tell you, if it was more accessible here, your Fiesta Classics, I'd probably feel different. But because I can't get it, don't give a shit about it.
All right, well, I'll briefly go back to the point that it's on Amazon.
Bro, I have to order Amazon. How much is it on Amazon?
Oh, Amazon is $1. A day service here.
It's not. It's not Prime.
It's a day.
It's not Prime.
2 days.
Mike.
3 days.
Mike, it's not a Prime
4
item.
days. Whatever it is.
Take a week to get here.
I would wait a year for one, dude. All right, here I'm gonna get to my last point here.
Go ahead.
My closing point here, because again, you're going to the point that it's not as known. Which I 100% agree with you. And I'm gonna turn to the viewers for a second. If you do know what a Fiesta is, and you did get to enjoy one in your childhood, you're blessed, because it is one of it's throw a Hail Mary. I'm so happy that you got to enjoy the moment I got to enjoy.
And I got to enjoy it with you. It's not like I didn't.
Good, bro. It's so good. I'm gonna go on Amazon and buy a pack tonight. It doesn't resemble anything else. There's nothing that's kind of close to it. That's like, all right, it's a very distinct flavor and taste and feel. It's so hard to explain. I'm about to break it out in tears, to be honest with you, because
it's okay, cuz.
Reminds me of my nonna in Italy. You know, I don't get to see her much.
I think about them every day.
I absolutely would 100% take one of those every single time over a croissant filled with chocolate, or with vanilla, or with pistachio, whatever the hell you want to fill a croissant with. It's just not an everyday thing. It makes me so excited when I see one. I run to it like my father came back with the milk. It's insane. I love it. And there's nothing that you can change my mind with this. And I guarantee you, everyone who's had a Fiesta and feels the same way I do is going to agree with me on this.
I kind of gave my closing argument already.
Yeah. You
just
can
say
go
one-
ahead
I'm
and
gonna
throw
just say one more thing.
Go ahead, make one more off.
Because I feel the same way you feel. If I had a
About
Fiesta
your
bar,
croissant. Oh, okay, about
if
the
I had a
Fiesta.
Fiesta bar, Fiesta Classic, and a croissant, I would take the Fiesta bar.
Cut it. We're over.
But
Yeah.
the fact is I can't. So your Fiesta bar Ferrero can go fuck itself.
Again, $3. 3 days. Amazon. It's here.
3 days, bro.
3 days.
It's not 3 days.
We're
It's
not
not a prime
T-Mooing
item.
it where we gotta wait 7 months.
7
It's
months.
3 days.
All right. We'll be right back.